Yo! I'm fucking excited to share about this with you. I'm gonna be speaking about radical integrity, which I believe is the fucking number and maybe only key to success. Both inner success, which is the most important because ultimately it's the only one real, and also outer success, which is also really important because it's really cool and because we are in this world. So let's play full out. Let's dive into it. Dive into it. So, what do I mean with radical integrity? And why do I believe you fucking need to master this? You need to master this if you truly want to succeed and be genuinely happy and fulfilled both inside and outside. Or in other words, get to 100% of life. 100% outside, 100% inside, at least, if not more. And why I think this is relevant for conscious high performers like you and me, for humans. That are reawakening to the baby state, reawakening to cut the crap, to stop the bullshit, to devour our excuses, to fully live. I think it's important because it's the same. Because radical integrity, I'm gonna put it down into 3 sub-values. One will be radical responsibility, radical transparency, and radical love. And also, for me, this is so near to my heart because this is my way to filter who is closest to me in my life and who is not. And this is related also to this powerful concept of boundaries that it's common in Tantra and in general in more and more conscious gatherings and conscious community. I don't want to get distracted with Tantra. What I mean is really mindful interaction and relating, whether it's in business, in intimate relating, in friendship, in tribe, in teams. I think there is only 2 ways to do things, either really inefficient and either high performance and a very great in between. But also within high performance, I think it can be conscious high performers or just lost high performer, meaning when we are just trying to achieve external results, but we don't realize how important it is to be in absolute integrity or congruency or coherence in every micro step, in every nuance of the whole process and the complexity of it. Whether it's the new podcast that I'm releasing and how I interact with my team and with my colleagues and with my audience and with myself and with my timing and with my calendar. Every nuance, every step of the way, if I do it with love, with integrity, with coherence, it's gonna make me blossom in every aspect possible. And if I just want to produce a good result or even an extraordinary result, I'm gonna dry myself out or burn myself out through the process, which makes it not sustainable, which makes it deteriorative instead of regenerative. Okay, stop this. A story about it, so we can learn in a more entertaining and less dry way. This is quite vulnerable and maybe even it's easy to get judged if I speak like this, but I'm sure many men out there and many women out there, many of you have experienced something like this. Men, woman, any other gender, any human with sexual experiences or erotic experiences have experienced this either as a giver or as a receiver. The point is, I think I learned through my life that the more sex I had with women, in my case, the more man I was and the more valuable I was, and the more valuable to to other humans I was, especially to other men. And I remember once I was only 16, and because I was maybe the last one or one of the last ones of my friends having an erotic relationship outside of porn, outside of watching porn, I felt pressure to hook up with this beautiful human, really unconscious, maybe even more unconscious than I was, for whom I did feel some attraction, but it was shallow attraction. It was possibly a 6 out of 10 attraction. And that definitely created a trauma for me. A trauma of doing things because I wanted to be liked by others instead of doing things because I like myself and I wanted to like myself even more by taking action with integrity. And that also created a momentum for me to believe that I deserved 6 out of 10. And 6 out of 10 is not something objective. She may be a 15 out of 10 for someone else and a 0 out of 10 for someone else. But that's the way it felt for me. And it makes me sad even to think about it and to feel around it. And it makes me sad how many humans are going through something similar, both in intimate relationships or erotic and affective relationships, and also in business relationships with business partners, with clients, with providers, with my team. I haven't read this book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, but just the title is such a teaching for me. And how I keep finding places where I'm still yearning for being liked by others instead of not giving a fuck, with respect, with love, with care. But caring so much about loving myself and being congruent with my values that I cannot give a fuck. I cannot care enough about what others think about me. I can still receive the feedback. So how is that related to radical integrity and those sub-values of radical responsibility, radical transparency, and radical love? It's completely related. So radical responsibility will be to take full responsibility of absolutely everything that I am experiencing and that I have experienced in the past and that I will experience in the future. Realize that either I take full responsibility and then I have full power to influence my life and everything that comes close to me, or if I take less than 100% responsibility, I have less than 100% power to influence, to create my life instead of being a victim of it. So no victimism, no excuses, 100% responsibility. And this is what I expect from myself, and I intend to hold all the time. And this is what I expect from anyone with whom I want to spend consistent, regular time with. I expect anyone around me to behave in that way, and if not, I will relate less or stop relating in that moment. And part of my challenge, to be honest, is how to communicate this as soon as possible. I don't know if in the first date is fair to express this before I have read what I feel and what I receive from this person, and I'm saying date, whether it's a erotic affective aim behind it or whether it's business aim behind it, friendship. I hope I have a friendship aim with everyone. But then maybe different preferences of what to experience on top of that friendship. So then radical transparency. Radical transparency is not even I am not gonna lie, but I am not gonna hide anything that I perceive to be relevant. And this is not black or white. This is subtle. But it requires no excuses again. Radical integrity is if I believe there is something here that is relevant and that I share, I should share it. And in fact, this is so tricky. I don't know how to express this. But for example, right now I'm recording this with a telephone, with an iPhone. It is one of the first times that I recorded with, I'm seeing the objective here, not myself in the camera, because this way I can have 4K in this edition of the iPhone. And I think that's important for quality. And the tripod that I'm using is broken. And my computer also just broke. I don't know if that's relevant. Why I'm sharing this is because I am speaking about success, and there is some elements right now while I'm recording this that for me don't match with my idea of external success. And there's maybe even more relevant. I don't wanna lie. I'm okay with you imagining whatever you imagine. I cannot control what you project on me. But also I don't wanna communicate in a way that is gonna make you easily believe things that are not real from me. So we can create as much of a transparent relationship as possible. So you can see as fast as possible if you like me enough or not to invest time in this relationship. And the other way around, although I'm not seeing you right now, but I may read a message from you. I may see that you have reposted this to other channels and share it with other people. Please do that. Follow this, message me, ask questions, and share it with other conscious high performers. Please. This is so important for me and my mission and what I'm here to do, which is co-create with others like you, heaven on earth, paradise on earth, as soon as possible. And that's how it's related to radical integrity. Again, super related. I think it's impossible to create paradise on earth without radical integrity. And the next sub-value is radical love, which to me, what it means is to increase love as much as I can right now. So, and it's so cool because when I say it, for example, I realize I can expand more my posture and my breathing and relax more. And with this, it's easier for my system to emanate love. I think love is all there is, but the more it expands, the more it increases its vibration and its reach and its impact. And the more it contracts, the less it reaches and with less impact. So I believe for myself and for anyone that I'm gonna be interacting with, that we should hold the intention to increase love as much as possible by expanding as much as possible, by being as vulnerable and authentic as possible, by being loving in my tone of voice, by being powerful as well in my tone of voice, in the words that I use. That if I say, devour your fucking excuses, I really use it only to underline the importance of it, and I can even say, sorry, devour your excuses. That's kind of a tricky example, but it has so many nuances. But that I'm really, everything that I choose to do, to say, to not say, it is with the intent to increase love in myself and in us. That if I ask you to share this with other people, is because it is with the agenda of increasing love in the world as much as possible. That if I put distance with someone in my life, It is because I believe it's increasing love, not comfort for me, but love for me and for us and for all, because it's getting toxic, because it's not congruent with my values, which again are, in essence, the ones that you can find in the site of the tribe, fhtribe.io. At the bottom right, you have the values, and there are 20 plus, and they are beautiful, and I haven't created them, only one of them. The rest I found them. But in essence, those values for me and my tribe and my inner circle are radical integrity, radical responsibility, no excuses, no victimism, radical transparency, not only not lying, but not even hiding anything that is relevant for us to really know each other as much as possible, as soon as possible. And then radical love, to have the agenda behind everything that I do to increase love in myself and in us and in the world. I would fucking love to hear your feedback, to see how this resonates with you, to hear how it's clear or not so clear for you, how this is imperative to create more success inside and outside, more love inside and outside, and to together co-create paradise on earth. And please share this as much as it feels right for you with other high performers, conscious high performers, or beautiful humans around the globe. Like always, devour your fears, your excuses. Follow yourself, follow your gut, and live your purpose. Live the life you dream. Be the change you want to see in your life and in the world.